You may be moving to the cloud or thinking about moving your business's IT infrastructure to the cloud and saying to yourself, what's the roadmap? I've seen so many different ways to go about it. What should we do? I'm going to share with you a couple of highlights on what we have seen works for most cloud migrations. My name is Matt Rosenthal. I'm the CEO of Mindcore Technologies, and we have been guiding people through cloud migrations for over a decade. Strategy, engineering, build outs, support, you name it. We've done it and we've seen it all. So let me give you one of the most important things that you should be thinking about. That is, you've got to be aware of the inventory of everything that you have and everybody that you have. What does that mean? You're going to be migrating to the cloud. So you really need to do a full, thorough assessment so that as you're planning your cloud migration process, your roadmap doesn't leave out some of the most important things that are going to be moved. So you're looking at data, you're looking at possibly email, you're looking at cloud desktops, but you're also looking at how are people accessing the cloud, which is why I mentioned inventory. Are they using laptops? Are they using their own home computers? Are they using iPads, different tablets, phones? Getting a really good sense up front of what that end user experience is going to be when the project is really important. You need to begin with the end in mind. So that's number one. Make sure you get a good inventory and you do a really good assessment so that you know what you're actually dealing with. The second item is make sure that you evaluate what cloud providers are going to be the best ones to suit your needs. That depends on a variety of factors. It's going to be the software that you're using. It's going to be the resources that you need. It's going to be, again, begin with the end in mind. What is it that you're looking for the outcome to be? Most people will go with an Amazon or a Microsoft or a Google. There's no right or wrong. It really is just a matter of what's the right fit for your business, but you've got to make sure you put that time in. This is a point where you may want to, even though you have an IT, possibly an in-house IT department, even if you have that, you might want to consider using a third party just to bring them in to help you figure out what the right solution is for you, just to get that extra point of view from somebody who's seen it with a lot of different companies. They may see things that you don't see. They may see pitfalls that you don't see. They may see upsides that you don't see. It's not a bad idea. If you don't have an in-house IT department, by all means, you definitely want to bring somebody in to help you figure this out. Next most important thing on the roadmap is you are going to need a tailored, customized cloud migration plan. No two cloud migrations are exactly the same. Yes, most of them have the same basic fundamental steps that are taken, but your business is your business, and what your migration is going to look like is specific to you, to your users, possibly your own customers, depending on if they're even accessing your systems, that sometimes that is the case. All of these factors need to be put into the assessment, and then that plan needs to consider all of those factors. So it goes right from the initial assessment right to post-migration support. You're going to need that plan all the way through and through to make sure that you consider every possible thing that you should to avoid any of the pitfalls that could happen in a cloud migration. And lastly, moving to the cloud is a very strategic exercise, experience. You've got to make sure that you have all the key stakeholders involved. Business ownership, if applicable, management, end users, IT, third-party vendors that are going to help do the work, third-party vendors that are software providers, whatever it is, you've got to make sure that everybody is part of that conversation and that the person that is leading this journey contemplates all of those angles, because this strategic approach, if you miss one thing, could cause so much discomfort and possibly downtime or outages, or could potentially cause it to be canceled or rescheduled, or it's just not even worth it. Just do the due diligence up front. Make sure that your roadmap is setting you up for success. And that's really the message here. So, and if you feel that it's important and that there's value, certainly ask us for our assistance and we'd be happy to do the entire roadmap for you. Either way, I hope the information I shared was valuable. I hope it caused you to at least step back, think about the approach you're taking, and consider maybe pivoting if necessary and making sure that you have all the information you need to get this done right. So again, thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful.